All right, guys, here's a quick Bitcoin update on a Saturday afternoon. Let's look at what happened with Bitcoin, yesterday and today. So, our morning video was about right here, right? So, we had this symmetric triangle, which we broke down. We had a rejection, and then it came back down. So, and then we retested, and this is the target, and then just went on and on and on. Well, this was a bear flag, if you can see. This bear flag target was, let's see what the target is. Target was reached. Yeah, we breached it. It's 62K. So some asked me, okay, well, what happens, right? So I was telling them, basically, this little rectangle here, this support and resistance zone, we broke down, right? So technically we should head to the next area of resistance or support, which is 61.7, and then there's another at the end, 59.6. Well, we were held back by two. Let's see if I can find it here. There were two little bullish divergences. Thanks. And we have it. Let's see, where is it? It's not on this device. It's probably not here. The 5 minute. Let's see if the 5 minute has it. Yeah, the 5 minute has it, and that's what held it in place. This is the low, so that's swinging down, and then this is swinging up, right? So that was the reversal, but then we didn't really go anywhere. We just stayed sideways for the whole time. Now we're actually making this little bear flag here, and I had this structured already. Our target will be, if we do break the support, then we'll go down to 61.2. And stochastics are saying we're oversold on the 5, but we're not oversold yet. We're still heading down the 15, and I might see this little flag here, symmetrical and a flag that could help us propel back to the support and resistance zone. But 63.1 and 2, 60 between 6300, 63,000 to 63,200. That's still a huge support area, right? So if we look at the 1 hour, let's pull a VRV fixed volume profile right there. Right, so this node here is 63K, and it's still going really strong. So the bottom of it, that's somewhere we want to watch out for. If we break that, then we head into the lower area. Right now we're above it, but we're below this other resistance. But if we do break back, then the next area will be back to this rectangle. And this rectangle, at least, it's a good start, So, what do I see here? The 1 hour is really overbought. That means it could really just, drop to the end, to the bottom of this trend line here, and then dump. But don't forget though, 4 hours over, it's heading back straight up. So the 4 hour could save us. And let's get rid of everything here, just briefly. I want to show something right here. You see, I don't know if you see it, but I see a falling wedge, and that's something we could put back at least to the top of the pattern, 64.7. But there's a lot of resistances. And then now you zoom out, It's all about zooming out, right? It's all about perspective. So when you zoom out, let's do the daily. On the daily, we're still indecisive. We're in the middle, but now I see a falling wedge-ish, a bull flag. Should do that, or maybe we don't count this. Something like that. And then now you zoom out a little bit more. You should just look back at what happened. What February, or even you know more, late last year, we were only in the 40,000s. So it's like we've made a lot of gains without having to retrace. Imagine we went to 450K all the way, and then we traced all the way back to 30K. That would hurt a lot. We're not even down to the 53. We're stuck at 59. Right. And so the weekly, let's look at the weekly one more time before we finish off. The weekly the stochastics has to reset. Right. And look at the last time we reset, we were down at the bottom of it. Right here. We pumped all the way. And then here's overbought, and we weren't sure if this was going to continue or go down, right? Because if you look at the previous one right here, we pumped, and then the stochastic stayed sideways, and we pumped a little bit more, and then stochastics was moving down. We're still sideways. So this is what we want to do for Bitcoin. Okay, this is getting out of hand. So we want the stochastic to head down, for the price to stay sideways. So what's happening here? We are actually sideways if you look at it like this. Stochastics are now down, but we actually just really went sideways. I mean, if you look at the range here, it's from 61 to 64 essentially. Not a lot, right? So if you zoom out, things are not that bad. And don't forget, we are still above this area here, right? We're still in pretty good shape because this was the last all-time high, the first all-time high, since we broke 20K, and then this was the second all-time high. So, but of course, we count the bodies, not the wicks. So we're still in this area right here. We're just in the middle of it. So nothing to be fearful, right? So that's what I see for Bitcoin. So, we look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour either has to come down or it will just dump us. That's the flag, right? Well, it's Saturday, so we don't know what's going on. There's not a lot of liquidity. 15 is, so I would say the 4 hour will be key to get back us above where we are now. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.